Let's meditate. I have been posting and also preparing before my departure to Japan to kind of clean up, summarize, ending of this leg of the trip. At the same time, lots of things happened and is happening. I'm starting to use the word from turbulence to turmoil. Not to depress or anything, just the way it is. The impression in the world, lots of things seem to be happening. Certainly I have the influence. I'm sure many people have in various ways. This is the lessons learned for all humanity. Maybe I'm talking a little bit out loud, but if each person go through ups and downs and difficulties and overcoming the challenges and be happy in whatever they do or not do, whole humanity is a summary, amalgamation of all of us. And just see how things are and accept, not react as much as possible, is the way to make a good judgment, in my view, and that requires samadhi, a calm and quiet mind. And we are here, I'm here, just to do that. On one hand, I have been reviewing my 10-day Vipassana course report I wrote 25 years ago when I attended the first Vipassana 10-day course and had the Banga awakening experience. I finished 10 days part and now just finished the reflection as if I'm reliving the moment 25 years ago. And it gave me some sense of kind of like a triangulating where I am, where I was, how I'm here, how I got here, and what's going on. Kind of like a check, act, plan, do, CAPD process. But in between, I had gone through ups and downs and right and left and various experiences. So I'm 77 compared to 52 at the time. But all the memories that I share in this video, I post on my experience of Vipassana, give me a sense of how I'm aligned or connected from those days. And as I speak, I feel it. There's that alignment. It was a huge experience for me for those 10 days. Must have changed my course of my life. Someone said in one of the comments to my video that this person likes me or something, and I responded, maybe playful as I am. I said something like, I like myself too, or I like me. And after responding, I thought more. And the meaning of I like me is me looking at my body. That's one way to put it. That my body is alive and I feel it, connected to it. Instead of I like me in concept, I like me in the presence of who I am. And this sensation, blissful sense, originated from that 25 years ago. My experience is my experience. Other person experience their own. I'm just sharing my part of the journey and the experiences and the learning and the CAPD and the Shila Samadhi Panya that I keep living with the sense of connecting to my heart. I may connect to my heart and I may disconnect and reconnect. As a human, and not eradicating all the errors, like a source of delusion, they are hidden. Maybe I've been, in a way, lucky to say I like myself, feeling that connection to my body and heart is fairly good. I said this morning in one of the videos, jealousy is no good. Comparing with others need to be done productively with open mind. I'm not saying that my path is the right path. It may be the right path for me, but may not be. And that's part of the way of nature, possibly, which I don't know because I'm not you or other person. But thinking that sharing ideas may help, like having a reference points to triangulate, to know who I am, where you are, exchange ideas, be a part of the humanity, be a part of this living being, living life the best we can. I like this sense of transparency, no barriers. In that report, I read in reflection that after the 10 days, one event was just sharing my experience then that even when the wind blows, and I felt like ecstasy, kind of blissful sensation, and I haven't lost that. I may lose it, no guarantee. Everything is impermanent. But that's why one reason for me to do these videos is continuation is power. The source of the power. If you are doing the right thing, which is alignment to your heart, be honest, sincere, and truthful, mind be clear. I remember posting about Einstein's words. He talked about he doesn't remember when, if he can look up the word. He's very much mission oriented in whatever he likes to do and devoting what is important to him. So his mind must be very clear, similar, or if not the same, like samadhi, calm and quiet mind. He said he's not smart, he just stay with the problem longer time. Whatever the problem that is really important, that's what he means, I believe. So reading his words, I can relate or resonate on my own way. Of course, being human, I may get off from the ledge and fall. It can happen. I was just climbing up the trees and cutting, and I thought that could be a disaster if I break my leg or something just a while ago. But not just that, but any situation. It's almost like a samurai prepared to deal with what may pop up and make a right decision. I think there's a sense of, I don't want to call it urgency, but what's the word? Dedicated stance, attitude that bring out the behavior and habitual change to be the master of your own destiny. Here's one story I want to share. I thought this morning. As I start to organize my house for my departure, I remember the days. This must be more than 20 years ago. At the end of my trip to New Zealand, South Island, I usually stay in the not usually, I always stay in my car. At the beginning with Tercel, then little bigger one, and then I bought this 1999 Estima Toyota. That was luxury for me. And I move around and then meeting people, catching fish, sleeping in the mountain, swimming, washing clothes. Most of the time, 95% of the time, in the mountain, stream, wood, lakes, things like that. And toward the end, I come back to Christchurch to take the flight of going back to Los Angeles. In Christchurch, there's a big park, and around that time I clean up, and all the leftover I give away at YMCA or my friend's place house. And freshening up, I was walking in the garden there, and there's a lady carrying something in her hand. I noticed that's the shells of those cicadas. When they fly out, they leave the shells that they kept. And usually you can pick them up on the trunks and branches of a tree. So I talked to her about it. She told me that she is bringing these 4 or 5 of those shells. The cicada once used to have it as their skin to show her kids. Elementary or kindergarten. I think it's kindergarten. When I heard that story, I liked it a lot. The kids, I didn't see it because she was just walking and we just talked. But the kids at the time she was taking care of or teaching or playing with must be 20, even close to 30 years old by now. With someone like her, compassion, giving kids reference of how cicada life is, and I could put myself in the shoes of kid looking at it, because I was a nature-oriented guy, always curious. Whatever those kids do, whatever that person, the lady does, nobody knows. But something is happening, like a cicada is flying and moving on. The kids, the lady, me, some good memory, fun time, amazement of the nature's way, and the sense of compassion and the curiosity. That sounds very genuine. Hope we don't lose those. And when we get all the bad habit, let's make sure that we don't keep it like a clothes, but let it go. I posted this note which says, when it's finished, just throw away. We don't need to carry negative habit. We can be liberated, even though we may add on additional, stuff to stick with us. But just like breathing in and out, you throw away unneeded, and you breathe in fresh air. Have that liveliness be the guide of us living truthfully, and may all beings be happy. I'm still a kid, eternal kid at heart. Let's have fun and play and go over the hurdles.